Let me get a haircut.
Hi, everybody. How are you? I'm going to give this a hot second just to catch up so everyone can come hang out. Let me see here. Hi. I think everyone's in the chat now. I think. Well, hello, everybody. Good morning or afternoon or whatever time it is where you are. For me, it's 10 a.m. Oh, I got going early today just because it's supposed to be very hot. And the room with my books and where I film is it's just the hottest room of the house. I didn't pick this well, but it's the only place I have space for my bookshelves. And I don't want to be like sweating during a live show. So here we are at 10 a.m. where it's still cool outside. So, hello, everybody. And just in case you hadn't noticed, today I'm going to be doing a very special live reaction episode because I'm live reacting to your favorite books. So, I asked people like on all of my platforms Instagram, Twitter, Patreon, all of them, hey, tell me your favorite books and I'll react to them. I've seen like several people do kind of videos like this, and I was like, that seems fun. However, I'm going to do it live. That's how I'm putting my own spin on it. Everyone else has done like pre recorded content, and I'm doing it live. So that's what we're doing today. I'm going to be reacting to all of your favorite books. I'll go through the like comments I got through all of the platforms. And then, hey, if you want to throw in extra books in the comments on this one, throw them in. Hi, thanks for coming. Hello, hello. Hey, Beth, how are ya? Whew, okay, so I don't know how everyone else's week has been. How's your week been? Let's just chit chat before we start hopping into favorite books and reactions and whatnot. Hey, thanks for coming. So my week has been busy. Better than last week because last week I just could not organize my thoughts to save my life. This week I felt like I was more focused, which is fun. Mind you, I also started a new thing where I'm doing my work, but I work from home. So I'll just like put like TV on in the background and like I just got a Discovery Plus account and there are so many ghost hunting shows. Like so I just have ghost hunting shows in the background and I'm doing my work and it works. And yes, I know ghost hunting shows are bad. I don't care. I love them. Anyway, oh my. Well, I mean, you do like your spice. So they might be pretty spicy, but I'm still down to talk about them. Oh no. Yeah, I hate insurance of all kinds. My car insurance is the least bothersome of all of them, but like luckily I don't have to deal with them very much. Hey, thanks for coming. Hello in Australia. Thanks for coming. All right. So, favorite books. I think this is an interesting idea because everyone has a lot of favorite books. And I liked that no one really, like, none of the comments I got back just said one book. I'm like, that's like a sign of a true book nerd because no one has like one favorite book. We all have like a bunch of different favorite books. That's how our life is. Like, someone asked me what my favorite book is, I could not answer them. I'd be like, I don't know, here's like a list of 20. So I appreciated that everyone gave me like so many books in their comments. Anyways, let's go through some of them. And if you guys will have other favorites, drop them in the comments. War and Peace. Oh my goodness. I don't, you know what? In my general audience, I wouldn't say someone would pick that. So thank you for being original. It is hard to pick. Exactly. Like, what's your favorite fantasy? I still probably couldn't answer, but I can give you like a top five. Like I can't give you one book. It's impossible. But I feel that way about a lot of things in life. Like I can't like give a favorite song or a favorite movie. It's like no, like I like a lot of stuff. All right. This one has a bunch of them. So this is from Tiffany on Twitter. And they said Angel Fall by Susan E. And like I had Angel Fall as a book. I got it at a library book sale. And then like I never read it. I think I might have gotten rid of it. I'm not 100% sure. It might be on my shelf, but in an area where I don't get to very often. But I remember it was like hypey back in the day. Like a lot of people were like super super into that one. The Fifth Wave, okay. I think Rick Yancey wrote it. Fifth Wave series. They made a very bad book out of it. Not bad book. Oh my god. Oh my god. They made a very bad movie out of the book. However, that series is dope. Like it was I read it several years ago, like when it was first coming out, and it was incredible. Like I was obsessed with it. I love that series. I don't know. I haven't read it like recently, but I remember when I was reading it, I was obsessed with it. And then I saw the movie and I was so disappointed. They took out all the fun stuff from the book. Paranormalcy, that is an OG Kirsten White series. It's very YA. It reads, I don't know, maybe younger YA. I think the character's like 15, so I think it reads 15. But I read it and enjoyed it. It's like a Buffy light, I would say. And then there's Love Me Never and You Deserve Each Other. So You Deserve Each Other, I know, is an adult romance. Actually, I haven't read, but like I know the cover is like purple and they have like the windows on it. I can picture the cover, unless that's not the cover and I'm just like making that up. But I have seen that around and I was tempted to buy it, but I have not. And Love Me Never, I do not know what is, but it's a pretty good list. I appreciate this one. Oh, there's some comments. Okay. Favorite Skeleton King by Charity B and Sick Fox. Well, I think Sick Fox definitely is going to be a dark romance. It's not going to be anything else. Skeleton King could be like horror romance, maybe. I don't know, but very cool. I mean, A+ for titles. When you give someone one or two, and then like a day later, go, wait, no, I forgot what. Yeah, exactly. When I give a list, I just, there's always an asterisk attached, like for now or at this moment, because like there's probably more. I've read like 1,000 books, probably. I can't narrow it down. Okay, I lost my place in the comments. Okay, absolute favorites: Picture of Dorian Gray. Okay, Good Omens. I haven't read Good Omens, but like I was so tempted to read it because I know they made the TV show, which I still haven't watched. I suck at watching things, but I want to read that one just because like it sounds so fun, and like David Tennant was in it, and I'm like, things that David Tennant is in are usually good. So that was right my vibe with it. So I was like, okay, like I'm into that. I haven't read it yet. Picture of Dorian Gray, I did read for Drunk Classics. So there is a whole Drunk Classics episode on it. I think I started calling Dorian Gray. Yeah. He was like the fuckboy of all fuckboys. And I remember, the thing I remember most is he called his ex-boyfriend over to his house and was like, hey, guess what? You need to science away a dead body. Like that's like the one moment I remember the most about that one. Yeah, I mean, you could, oh, there you go. Right there. And I Darken right behind me. There we go. I have that opposite everything. I have that series by Kirsten White right there because it's one of my favorite series. It's very slow, but it's incredible. I was obsessed with it. So that's my one Kirsten White series that I'm obsessed with. It's a great title. Beauty by Robin McKinley. Of course, Gone with the Wind. I haven't read Gone with the Wind. I saw Gone with the Wind one time only. I've only seen it once, but I did see it like at a historic theater. So there was that. And I mean, it was fine. It's really long. There's an intermission in it. I was like, oh my gosh. I never had like a movie stop midway through to just like, all right, you guys need a break. I think, no, I saw one more movie with a break in the middle, but that was Lawrence of Arabia. Again, I saw it like at a historical theater out in Hollywood. Like there's this Hollywood theater called the Egyptian, and it's like all like Egyptian themed, and it's like right on Hollywood Boulevard. It's like a historic theater, and I don't know if they still do it, but they used to have like summer movie series where they would like play classic movies, and the tickets were really cheap. So I used to go to those quite a bit. So I saw like a lot of classics there. I saw Casablanca. It was a cool experience back in the day. I don't know what they're like now after COVID. I don't know if they still do it. I never looked them back up. Persuasion. How do you guys feel about the new movie coming out? Like, I haven't read the book. I should read it for Drunk Classics. I haven't done it yet. Little Women. Okay. Well, you all saw my Drunk Classics episode on Little Women. So we're gonna move on from that one. I'm happy you like it though. Like I realize it's fully like a well-beloved book for a reason. And a lot of people read it when they were younger. And I was like, maybe if I read it when I was a kid, I would have like really enjoyed it. But reading it as an adult who just wants to read books about people banging each other, like it was a lot to get through. So for me, it was unpleasant, but I'm glad that you very much enjoyed that. Someone else loves that Beauty by Robin McKinley book. Game of Thrones, the first book. Okay, that's another one. I tried reading that one too. I wanted to like it. But like I got it from the library for like a road trip I was going to take. Except it was on CD, so I couldn't like adjust the speed and it was so slow. I think I listened to like half the first CD and was just like, you know what? Like I'd rather sit in silence. Like that's how I was with it. Hold on. Phew, woo. I was holding it back for so long. Skeleton King. Okay, yes, it's a dark romance retelling of The Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh my word. Like, is he made of skeleton bones? Like, how does that work? I don't, you know what? Let's just be creative. It probably works somehow. Yeah, I'm going to get to all those. I have them all in my phone. We're going to get there. Song of David by Amy Harmon. Okay. I don't think I've heard of that book or read it. Very cool. Yeah, a lot of people love Persuasion. It's like a sleeper hit. Like a lot of people really, really like it. It feels like the most recent adaptation of Emma, where it feels a little bit modern and like cheeky from what I've seen of the trailer, but like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it yet. Yeah. I feel like it's definitely for like when you're a kid and like your family's reading it together or something. It has like that kind of vibe with it. And if like you weren't there for that vibe, I don't think it's gonna like resonate as well for like older readers. Or maybe it does. I don't know. Sorry, now my nose is running. I'm having like a morning. Okay. Good Omens. Okay, yes. Oh, you preferred the show. There's some like adaptations of books that work better. Because that's a whole other video to get into. Okay. Discworld. You know what? I keep hearing about Discworld, but I have not read it. Hitchhiker's Guide. Yeah, like I tried to read Hitchhiker's Guide as well, but like I was also very much off put by the humor. Like I felt like it was trying too hard to put jokes in. And I was like, guys, like, just be funny. You don't need to throw a million jokes at me and hope something sticks. Oh my goodness, my nose is just gonna run this whole video. I know it. Gone with the Wind. One of her favorite movies. I kept drifting. Oh no. Yeah, there's an intermission, and then it's like a whole other movie. Although it's quite the dramatic, like end for the part one into part two. It's so dramatic. She's out in the field and she's like digging up a turnip and just biting into it. And then like intermission. And I'm like, that is some drama. So I appreciate that. But like that movie does have a lot of issues. Obviously, it was made in a time where people could just do that shit. They could just like be that racist to people. And like it was kind of socially acceptable. Not that it was right, but it was socially acceptable. So like seeing it to today's audience and today's eyes, I was like, like some of it's like questionable. Lots of thoughts on Persuasion. Okay. Let's maybe talk about that on Monday in my reading sprints. Cause like I feel like this is gonna become a Persuasion talk if I don't like nip it in the bud. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Cause I was like, there's no bones in it. How would that work? Like I could make the boner joke, but I'm gonna skip it because I'm classy. Hey Layla, thanks for coming. Tender's the flesh. Ooh. Tender is the flesh. I don't know what kind of book that is. Is it romance? Is it smutty? Is it fantasy? I don't know, but like it has a lot of drama in it. Tender is the flesh. So I love that. I love saying it. Okay. I know there's, like, older ones, like, from the '90s. There was, like when they were doing all the Austens, like, they did, Pride and Prejudice, they did Emma, they did Sense and Sensibility, they did all of them in, like, the '90s. I think there's one from there. Mhm. Maybe I'll do it for a live show. Why not? If you guys, like, have a recommendation of someone I should invite on, let me know, but, like, maybe we'll do it for a live show. We'll just, like, discuss, compare and contrast. Okay. I think tone is probably the biggest difference in an adaptation because, like, you're reading the book and you get one tone, but then, like, when it's adapted to a different medium, sometimes the tone changes and you're just like, "Wait a minute, that was supposed to be serious. Why are you making this a joke?" Or, like, it's just a different way of viewing the material. Yes, I agree. Thank you for the idea. Maybe I'll do it for my next live show. It'll probably be a couple weeks from now. I'm not sure when. Probably the second week in August on that Saturday. I think that's my next live show I have scheduled, but we'll see. It'll be in August. We'll have a whole day. Yes. For Persuasion Monday. All right, that's the theme then. What? Okay. Wait, okay. I don't know why I read it as cannibal romance for a minute. Because I was like, no, 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 no. I don't want that. But cannibal horror makes more sense. For a second, I thought it was a cannibal romance, and I was like, no, 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 no. That doesn't need to happen. we don't we don't need to rationalize everything. There we go. Yes. Thank you. I'm happy that I read that wrong. There you go. Yeah. I don't care if things are great or not. Like, I'm here to watch movies, not films. That's how I view things. I'm not here to watch good stuff. I'm here to watch fun stuff. So that's how I feel about a lot of things in life. It's just like, yes, it's good, but, like, is it fun? No, I'm not going to punish myself. I'm gonna watch some fun stuff. Hello. Well, I'm glad I could help you. Maybe my voice will rest you. I don't know. If you fall asleep during the live, I will not be upset with you. All right, moving on. New comments. Okay, someone else said, Alicia, I think you're actually in this. You said Persuasion by Jane Austen and Live and Let Chai by Bree Baker. I haven't read that one, but it has, like, a great title. I love a punny title. Live and Let Chai. I'm assuming that's either romance or, like, a cozy mystery from the title alone, because I don't know what kind of book it is, but yeah, maybe. Okay, someone, Jen, over on YouTube said Storm Curse by Patricia Biggs, Firestorm by Nevada Barr, and Academies. I think there's a misspelling in here. So I think Academy's Fury or Academ's Fury. I'm not sure the title, if there's a typo or not, by Jim Butcher. I have not read any of these. I know Storm Curse by Patricia Biggs. A lot of people really like that series by Patricia Biggs in general, the Mercy Thompson series, I believe. And those are all, like, kind of like contemporary fantasies. They all sound like contemporary fantasy books. Like, Jim Butcher, I know, kind of writes sci-fi fantasy, but those are cool. I haven't read any of them really. Let's see. I don't know. I hope it's not for the thinking it's a cannibal romance. I hope not, because it should not happen. Oh, I've got that one already. Okay, there you go. First of the cozy mystery series that just finished this year. 7 books in total. There you go. I was right. I was like, that sounds like a mystery. There a lot of them have food. I think it's the part of the cozy charm of it. They have, like, foods and stuff, because I know there's, like, a whole series of cozy mysteries that, like, have recipes in the back. And it's kind of, like, wholesomely Midwestern. I don't know. It feels like a Midwestern thing. And I love that for them. I like that they're not being anything other than themselves. They're being unapologetically a cozy mystery. So I love that. I'm like, if you're going to do a cozy mystery, be a cozy mystery. And I think it kind of goes into that like guilty pleasures thing where you're like, oh no, like it's a cozy mystery and you're trying to diminish it. It's like, no, if you like it, you like it. Be unapologetic. So I like things that aren't trying to be anything other than themselves. So I appreciate it for that. Yeah. there's like a whole series of them. It's like strawberry shortcake murder or something. I don't know the names, but like, and you go to the back and there's like a recipe for it. And you're like, wait, what? I could make a cake and read a book. I love that for them. They're doing their own thing. Mari Kar, Compass Brothers. Okay, starts with Northern Exposure. So I'm assuming each book is a different brother. Um, Contemporary, or is it like a frontier historical? Like I'm not sure where it lands in the world. Okay. Jim Butcher is his full fantasy series. Okay. Oh, a Pokemon system. What? I didn't think I would hear Jim Butcher and Pokemon in the same sentence, but I'm glad I did. Okay. Cafes and bake, they are. There's so many, it's so easy to poison people in sweet food. I have learned from these mysteries. There's so many poisonings. There's so many bakers, and I love that. Mixed Pokemon in the Roman Empire. I mean, that's like a whole other bucket of worms. If you're doing it that way, that's just like colonialism. I'm like, oh, that kind of makes it darker than Pokemon, which is kind of dark when you think about it too long anyway. It's just horrible animal abuse. You capture these animals, you shove them in a little tiny ball where they're just isolated and alone, and you only let them out when they have to fight to the death. I'm like, what the fuck is Pokemon? Like it's broken for me because it's just like I can't like rationalize it. There is usually a cat in cozy mysteries. But like I let a cat or a dog in everything. I love that. Okay, Codex Alera. I don't know that one. Contemporary High Spice set on a ranch and the first book is a throuple. They went first book throuple. Okay, nice. I feel like thruples is going to be like the new romance trend. Like there's so many like throuple books coming out right now. They're getting trendy, and I'm like, I think thruples is like the new thing. Just wait. Originally, it was just like animated covers was like the new trendy thing. It's gonna be thruples. Just wait. I'm feeling it. There's so many of them. It's weird when they don't have a recipe in it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like I just want to pound rom-coms. Like there's so much like fucked up stuff going on all the time that I'm just like, I just want happy endings. Just give those to me. And cozy mysteries, like the bad guy doesn't get away with it. So I'm like, yes. And then there's cake. Like, what do you want? Okay, in the cozies, and I love all the puns. Great. I mean, you know what? Everyone likes dad jokes. Everyone says they don't like dad jokes, but like they're fun because they're not trying to be anything else than a dad joke. They're not trying to be funny. They're not trying to be not funny. They're just themselves, and I like that for them. Live and Let Try. She has a pet cat with a pelican that visits her iced tea shop. What? Is it like in New Orleans or something? Like where is this happening? I love that. Okay, Coffee House Mystery Series by Cleo Coyle. And there are tons of coffee related recipes in the back as things that use coffee and not just drinks. Okay. They're always like cafes and coffee places and little tiny restaurants, and they make cakes. It's always like a baked goods situation with cozies. There you go. So many throuples are like all over the place right now. Okay. So more from no, this is YouTube. More from YouTube. The Clearing by Heather Davis Gabriels. Oh wait, Heather Davis. There should be a comma. Gabriel's Inferno by Sylvan Reynard, which I believe is a romance series. I think it is. I think it's like a NASCAR based romance, unless I'm like doing the wrong thing. There's something else with Gabriel and an Inferno in like a driving book. If I'm not mistaken. The Gunslinger by Stephen King, Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett, and East of Eden by John Steinbeck. This is like a classier list than I was expecting. Hmm. I don't think I've read any Steinbeck before. Like, I know everyone had to read Of Mice and Men. I didn't have to do it in like high school. We didn't have to do that one. Or wait, did I? Wait, did I read Of Mice and Men? What's that one about? Is that the one with Lenny? No, is that Grapes of Wrath? Which one is this? I don't know. I think they're very similar books. Because I think I read the one with Lenny, and he pets a bunny, and he's so strong he hurts the bunny. Is that book? Or is it Grapes of Wrath? I don't remember. Maybe I did read it. I don't know. I don't know. I smoked way too much weed in my 20s. I don't remember things. Basically. I'm like, I think I read that. Okay, thank you. It is. Okay, so I did read Of Mice and Men. I remember bits and pieces of it. This is high school. This like Pollies and Thrapples. There you go. I'm doing good not to strangle one man, much less any other romantic endeavors. There you go. Wait. Death by Dumpling for a while. Okay. Hilton Head, North Carolina. Oh, that's the Pelican one? Okay. Death by Dumpling. What is this one? Okay. I'm looking it up. Let's see. Death by Dumpling. A noodle shop mystery. Oh, it's got a great cover. I love the cover of it already. So it's by Vivian Chien or Chian. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. I'm sorry. Welcome to Ho Lee Noodle House, where the Chinese food is to die for. The last place Lana Lee thought she would ever end up is back at her family's restaurant. But after a breakup and a dramatic workplace walkout, she figures that a return to the Cleveland area to help wait tables is her best option for putting her life back together, even if that means having to put up with her mother, who is dead set on finding her a husband. Obviously. Lana's love life soon becomes yesterday's news once the restaurant's property manager, Mr. Fang, turns up dead after a delivery of shrimp dumplings from Ho Lee. What? How could this have happened when everyone on staff knew about Mr. Fang's severe, life-threatening shellfish allergy? Now, with the whole restaurant under suspicion for murder and the local media in a feeding frenzy, to say nothing of the gorgeous police detective who keeps turning up for takeout, it's up to Lana to find out who is behind Fang's killer. Wait, who is behind Fang's killer order before her own number is up? I love that they're so like campy in their descriptions. There's so many puns in it. So I love that. Yes. Okay. Everyone did tend to like this, enjoyed it. The mystery's pretty obvious, but it was fun. Oh, that's unfortunate. Sex workers are real workers. Okay, fair enough. I mean, books can't be perfect. There you go. Cozy mysteries. I never know what we're going to get into in these live shows, and it's always like we go down a rabbit hole of something. And today I feel like it's cozy mysteries. We've gone down this rabbit hole. Okay, one more from YouTube. This is from Rebecca. The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I own it. I have not read it. I tried reading what was the other book by Erin Morgenstern? I already forget. Starless Sea. I tried reading it and I DNF'd it. Like, I get why people like it. I just could not be bothered with it. But I'm hoping Night Circus is fun. So I still have it on my shelf. I do want to read it. If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. Another book. Like, I get recommended a lot, but I haven't read it. Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón and The Burning God by R.F. Kuang. So I don't know about that, because like Poppy War, I had Poppy War. I had a copy and I was going to read it. But like I don't know. I looked up trigger warnings. I heard it was really dark. And I went and checked out some of the content in the book just to see like how dark is this? And I'm like, this is demented. Like how like graphically violent it is. And I was like, like I'm sure it's good. I don't need to do that to myself. So I decided not to read it. But I realized that it's good. It seems like it'd be good. I don't have it in me to read it. There you go. Yeah, I don't know because I know like Starless Sea was quite. I don't know. It's a very particular writing style that I feel like if you like it, you're gonna like it. If you don't, you're gonna be like tortured. So I don't know if that's just like for all of the books or just that one or not. So we'll find out. Okay. That's kind of like some of the issues I have with Starless Sea. So now I'm like worried about it. Yeah, I was just not enjoying it. It got tired real quick. I'm happy for you. I want people to enjoy books even if I don't, Like that's the point of books is to enjoy them. I'm happy you enjoyed it. Yeah, so like it's very half and half from like people I talk to or talk to me about the book. People either love it or they DNF'd it. Like I haven't like talked to anybody who has like average thoughts about it. It's like very divisive and like everyone's either DNF'd it or loved it. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. That's about where I DNF. No, I went a little further. I think I read like 78 pages of Starless Sea and then was just like, is this gonna be the whole damn book? Is there like every chapter started off with a guy's name, like what was his name? I don't know. I'm just gonna call him Jonathan Taylor Thomas, but he had like 3 names like that. It's like Jonathan Taylor Thomas, blah 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 blah. And then they would go to the next chapter, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, blah 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 blah. And it was just like this got tired very fast. And I'm like, this is every chapter. And I was like, I can't with this. And I know his name wasn't Jonathan Taylor Thomas. It's just like, why not? I've been living like my 90s fantasy this summer and like enjoying all the 90s movies. Let's throw in some JTT. Why not? Yeah, it's like people either love it or they hate it. And I was like, I don't know. I don't feel fair. And not everyone who's writing is for everybody. So that's completely fair. Like sometimes I'm like, it's not a bad book. I just don't like it. Beth, your comment here. You gave me so many. Oh my word. Legends and Lattes. I want to read that so bad. I bought the audiobook. I haven't read it yet. I know. I'm ashamed of myself too. It's just like hard focusing on reading for some reason right now. Like I read 4 books this first half of the month. You'll find that out. You'll see my reviews this Wednesday. But like it was a lot. I was having a hard time focusing. The Velvet series by Jude Devereaux. Cloud Roads and Death of the Necromancer by Martha Wells. Okay. Like I've only ever read the Murderbot series by Martha Wells, and I like that quite a bit, but I haven't read anything else by them. Their Darini series by Catherine Kurtz. Just Mercy by Brian Stevenson Rivers. Wait, Brian Stevenson. You guys didn't put commas in any of these. I'm trying to figure them out. Rivers of London, aka Midnight Riot by Ben Aaronovich. Check Please, a graphic novel duology. The Warlock in Spite of Himself by Christopher Stasheff. I like that title. That sounds kind of fun. Christmas Polar Bear by Kestra Pingree. The Haunting of Ashburn House by Darcy Coates. I love a good ghost book. I love ghost hunting shows, and I love ghost books. I love ghost stuff. The Bloody Chamber by Angela Carter. Catherine House by Elizabeth Thomas. Okay, there was a lot in there. I don't think I've read almost any of them. But I appreciate learning about all these new books that I haven't heard of. I mean, I've heard of Legends and Lattes. But it's really cool seeing all these things. Like I knew Martha Wells had the other series, but I hadn't looked into them. So it's kind of cool to know some stuff by Margaret Wells that is recommended. So that's cool. I've only read Murderbot. I mean, Murderbot's great. No, you know, but I should probably check out something else by the same author. This one is from Instagram. Someone said The Count of Monte Cristo. I appreciate the Count of Monte Cristo for the drama. Like I love the drama aspect of it, but like I'm not so into how long it is. It's so long. So long. It is the longest book in the world. Not in the world, but like it's so long and it's like it's tiresome to read. And it's one of the main reasons like I would love to do it for drunk classics, but like I'm not going to read an 800-page book for drunk classics. I'm sorry. It's going to take me way too long to do, first of all. Second of all, my poor liver. Are you guys trying to kill me? So that's like the main objection to doing it for drunk classics is that it's so damn long. I appreciate it. And I love that it exists because it inspires so many other cool like revenge stories. So like I love it for that. With a date. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't know. I don't know. People either love it or hate it. Legends and Lattes. I'm obsessed. I have it. I have it. I bought it. I need to read it. I know. I'm sad I haven't read it. Yes, I love that too. I just bought like Thai tea mix. I can make a Thai tea. Yay! Return to the Island and the Undying King. Yay for book mail. I love that for you. Like I didn't order any books recently, but I just got this in the mail. Like so I ordered this in the mail. It's the RuPaul Little People collection. Did you guys know they made this? So this just came in the mail and I'm very excited about it. I love it so much. So that's my mail. No books, but I did get RuPaul little toys. Right? It's like a cozy fantasy. I love that. Yes, it's so long. Even with audio on 3 speed, it's gonna be so long. I'm like, I can't. Mhm. Like, it's gonna take so long. I feel like when you're reading it in school, you only have to read X amount per day, and, like, you could take a couple months on the book, and that's fine. If I'm doing it for YouTube, I gotta read that shit fast. And I'm like, I physically can't. I still have a full-time job, so it's very difficult. There you go, Goblin Emperor. I read that one. I did enjoy it. I like that he's a soft boy. Our little Goblin Emperor. I like that he's nice. Like that's his like main character trait. He's nice. So I love that for him. I thought he was very sweet. There was like a lot of moments in it that were very cute. I know now. I don't know what this was about. Oh, abridged version. I don't want to do an abridged version of it. I want the whole thing. It's just it's really long, and I don't know if it needs to be that long. There you go. I feel like it is like, especially with like an older audience too, like our parents' ages. I feel like they would also really like that one. Or like I get a lot of Robinson Crusoe from like older generation people. Not that that's a bad thing, but like perhaps like baby boomer generation. I get like Robinson Crusoe a lot. A lot of people like that. My most recent favorite. I don't know what this is. They say it's very spicy though. They said it's Exodus 23 by Freitas Moon with like a lot of chili peppers. Like, I'm not sure what that is, but it has like a Bible verse in it, which makes me nervous. But like, is it like biblically spicy? I'm not sure which this one is. Yeah, I need the whole thing. I need it. I need the whole thing. I'm a size queen for that, but like not in real life, I guess. Mhm. I think that's like the same reason I get for like Little Women a lot, like why people love it. They're like, "Oh, I read it with my grandma," or like, "I read it as a kid," and stuff. And I'm like, "Yeah, I get that when you're a kid." Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, I don't know what that is, but it made me nervous that there's a Bible verse in it, but there's like I don't even know how many chili peppers, like a lot. A lot of chili peppers in here. Okay, again from Instagram. This is from Becca. Recently finished the ninth reign and loved it. I don't know what the ninth reign is. I know what ninth house is. There's a lot of ninths around. Ninth, the ninth reign. Okay, so it's a Winnowing Flame trilogy. So it's definitely fantasy. The cover has like a big crow on it. Okay, so the first sentence of this blurb is the great city of Abora once glittered with gold. Now its streets are stalked by wolves. And it's like the rest of it is also very, very like fantasy driven. Like his name is Tormalin. Tormalin the Oathless has a taste for sitting around waiting to die while the realm of his storied ancestors falls to pieces. Talk about a guilt trip. Better to be amongst the living where the taverns are full of women and wine. So, okay, an anti-hero. I love anti-heroes. When eccentric explorer Lady Vincenza Vintage de Grazon offers him employment, he sees an easy way out. Even when they are joined by a fugitive witch with a tendency to set things on fire, the prospect of facing down monsters and retrieving ancient artifacts is preferable to the abomination he left behind. But not everyone is willing to let the Eboran Empire collapse, and the adventurers are quickly drawn into a tangled conspiracy of magic and war for the it's a fantasy word, and there's like a what is this, a not a comma, I don't know what it is, can't think of words. Jurlia, the Jurlia are coming and the ninth reign must fall. I mean, I like a lot of the characters in that sounds kind of good. This is fun just because I'm like learning about new books I haven't heard of. Wow, okay. I mean, I have Tess of the D'Urbervilles as something I would want to read for Drunk Classics, but like I only know vague things about it. There you go. Ninth Reign. Yeah, it's like kind of cool actually. I like the blurb. There you go. I feel like it's very much like a family nostalgia book. And like I love that. I didn't have that as a kid. So like I don't have like the family nostalgia things. I don't really have that. So I don't know. I don't want to get into like, oh, I had a bad childhood situation. Oh, you mentioned Crows. I remember another one of my favorites, Six of Crows. Yes. I also love Six of Crows. I am a Kaz Brecker fan. Love that. Yeah, I mean, you could wait. How do my fingers work? There it is. On my shelf. Everything's reversed. It takes me a minute, but yeah, it's on my shelf right behind me. Yes. Agreed. Okay, there you go. Damien started Crooked Kingdom. Okay. Six of Crows isn't my favorite. I had some issues, but I'm excited to finish Duology. Crooked Kingdom, grab your tissues. That's all I'll say. I don't want to spoil it, but like grab your tissues. Perpetual Pages. Okay. Mm. All right. More books. So this is from YouTube again. Yeah, I think we talked about this a little bit earlier. This person just said, I have too many to name and I'd feel guilty like I'm cheating on one of my other favorite books if I just named a few. And I'm like, same. I like every single comment I got had multiple books in it. No one just said like one. Well, occasionally I got like one, but most of the time they all had like so many books in it. And I was like, these are book nerds. These are my people. So from Patreon, one of my patrons, Helen, has said Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston, The Five by Haley Rubenhold, The Devourers by Indra Das, Fair Game, and Dead Heat by Patricia Briggs. Now, The Devourers by Indra Das, I think I have it like on my wish list even. Like I thought that was a really cool concept when it came out. I know it's like horror. I think it's like a vampire thing. Let's see. Yeah, it's that book. Okay, I know which book it is. It's based on Indian folklore. I know that one. And it's queer and it's horror. And I was like really into it. I haven't read it yet though. So, on a cool evening in Kolkata, India, beneath the full moon, as the whirling rhythms of traveling musicians fill the night, college professor Alec encounters a mysterious stranger with a bizarre confession and an extraordinary story. Tantalized by the man's unfinished tale, Alec will do anything to hear its completion. So Alec agrees, at the stranger's behest, to transcribe a collection of battered notebooks, weathered parchments, and once living skins. So it's kind of already spookier Interview with the Vampire. From these documents spills the chronicles of a race of people at once more than humans, yet kin to beasts, ruled by instincts and desires blood deep and ages old. The tale features a rough wanderer in the 17th century Mungal, India, who finds himself irrevocably drawn to a defiant woman and destined to be torn asunder by two clashing worlds. With every passing chapter of beauty and brutality, Alec's interest in the stranger grows and evolves into something darker and more urgent. So I'm thinking this is more like a werewolfy book or like some type of shapeshiftery book. But like I remember seeing it. I know the cover. Like when they said The Devourers, I was like, oh, I know that book. But like I haven't read it yet. But it sounds like super cool. I'm into that one. Where were we? Where were we? Where were we? Which one is that? I think I read it because you mentioned it. I don't remember what book that is, but I'm glad. Yeah, a little bit. I would say so. It has like a similar vibe, but I don't think it's vampires. Like it's always yeah. Like which here's a series or here's like a bunch. Like no one. You cannot pick one. I can't pick one of anything I like. Like I can't pick a favorite song, a favorite movie, a favorite TV show. Like I can't. There's too many. Oh, Miss Flamingo. There you are, the exhausted flamingo. Kim Harrison is one of my favorites. The first was Dead Witch Walking. I think I read that one for an old book club I was in, the Wicked Spirits book club. I remember I thought it was fine. I wasn't super into it, but it was I didn't hate it. But yes, Miss Flamingo. I'm up to your comment here from Twitter. Let's see what your favorites are. Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. I see Sophie Lark all over like Instagram and TikTok and stuff like recently. Praise by Sarah Kate. Your Dad Will Do by Katie Robert. Everyone like always talks about that book, Your Dad Will Do by Katie Robert. I just can't get over it. Like, stop fucking members of the same family. Like I know it's like kind of a taboo romance, but I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it. The Love Hypothesis and Swan Lake by L.B. Alexander. Oh, I haven't read Swan Lake. That could be cool. And that's just from this year. Okay, so The Conqueror by Brenda Joyce is an all-time favorite, as well as Warrior Woman by Joanna Lindsay. Very cool list. I mean, I keep hearing about Sophie Lark. I haven't read anything by them, but like the other side of it, like, I think I would trust your opinion on this the most because I know you read a lot of dark romance. So, like, how dark is Sophie Lark? Because, like, as someone who's not super into dark romance, please let me know, like, how dark is it? Like, is it something I'm like, ugh, like I should wear a helmet? Like, am I going to be worried, or is it like, okay, I don't know. I keep hearing about Sophie Lark. Maybe I should like read something by them. Hi, Helen. Oh, lovely. There you go. Peter Darling. It's Peter Pan 10 years later. Okay. Oh, he's transgender and runs away to Neverland again. It has some parts that are dark, but also funny, cute, and very gay. Love that. I mean, Peter Pan is very easily like queer coded, and I love that for it. So that's very fun. Yeah, that's what I thought because I'm like, I feel like it's very dark. But I hear about Sophie Lark all the time that I'm like, maybe I should read something, but I'm like, I don't love dark romance. I'm just not into it. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people are, and I love that for you. It's just for me, I'm just like, I'm a light, fluffy kind of girl. Okay, so Brutal Prince is light as far as dark romance goes. Good to know. Thank you for the updates. One from YouTube. So North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. Magic Strikes by Alona Andrews. Love that one. That's the Kate Daniels series, which is great. I think it's also right behind me. Right here is all my Kate Daniels stuff. So yes, good series. If it's like right front and center in my books, these are ones I like a lot. Electric Idol by Katie Robert. There you go. Favorites that's the favorites that they reread. This is from Books and Lipstick, by the way. But yes, Katie, I liked Electric Idol quite a bit too. I thought that was really good. I enjoyed it. Another one, this is from Lily Reads Romance. Hey, Lily, on YouTube. So Play by Kylie Scott, Real by Katie Evans, Dreaming of You by Lisa Kleppas, Innkeeper Chronicles by Alona Andrews. I haven't read that one yet. I have it. Okay, no. I'm having problems. Hold on. Okay. Oh, God. Why do I do this to myself? Okay. So this is the Innkeeper Chronicles by Alona Andrews. I have the first book. I still haven't read it, though. But I'm glad to hear you liked it. I've heard that it's an acquired taste before, though. Like Pathfinder's Way by T.A. White, The Wild by Kay Webster, In-Depth series by Nora Roberts. Very cool. I made the mistake of my first Nora Roberts book being Year One, which is like that paranormal post-apocalyptic book, and it was like so bad. I'm like, it's put me off to other Nora Roberts. And I know I respect Nora Roberts. She's a queen, but like I'm like so put off to her books right now. Haunting Adeline right now. Okay. Oh, I mean, I love a good creepy book. Yeah, lighter dark romance. There you go. I like them funny too. We're like fully on the same page here. There you go. North and South. Okay, yeah, no, I know like the television miniseries, but I haven't read any of the books. Or is it just one book? I'm not sure. Yay. Yay. I love that. I very much enjoyed Electric Idol. I thought it was very cute. Yes, I need to read it. I bought it. I need to read it. Gosh darn it. I will take your advice. Okay, it's like so many votes for Innkeeper Chronicles. I need to like. There's so many books I want to read, and I just don't do it. You should do it if you want to. Like Kate Daniels is like 11 books plus spin-offs, so it's like 10 books plus spin-offs. It's a lot of a series. They're all relatively short though. She has some shorter series you might want to start with. Like I know Hidden Legacy series is only a trilogy, and then there's a spin-off trilogy that you don't have to read if you don't want to. But the first book of that one's called Burn for Me. They're all relatively short. It was my first Alona Andrews I read, and I really, really liked it. So shorter series, maybe start there. Same. It was the worst. Like I would just every page made me more and more upset. Okay, so it's one book. I didn't know if it was like a series. Very cool. I don't know, but like I listen to everything on audiobook because I'm incapable of sitting down and just reading a book without other stimulation. It's an ADD thing. Oh wait, this has pictures. I'm sorry, I just noticed. Clean sweep. Pictures. It has pictures in it. But yeah, like that right there, ADD, I cannot focus on anything without like tons of stimulation going on. So for me, audiobook plus reading the book is two different variables going on, so it helps me focus. But yeah, so any audiobook that has like sound effects and like full cast and stuff, I appreciate it. It makes it feel very immersive. Very, why not? Have it be August. I love that. Yeah, Nina Blake or what is the other one? The Argento Vampire series from Lindsay Sands. I think she's up to like book 25. It's a long ass series. And like thing with Lindsay Sands though, she can pump them out so fast just cuz like they're all the same plot. Like I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing. It's just factual. Let's see. This is from Instagram. So this is from CJ, and they said Catcher in the Rye. I have a lot of thoughts about Catcher in the Rye. I like hated it. When I read it as a teenager, I didn't have to read it for school. I read it voluntarily because so many people like were like, Catcher in the Rye is so edgy. It's so like cool. It's like a classic. And I was like, I'm gonna read it. And then I did, and I was like, Holden Caulfield, you whiny bitch. And like every time I read a character who comes across as Holden Caulfield, like it makes me want to DNF. But like I get it. I get why it's very beloved. Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. That's another one I was thinking about for Drunk Classics. I don't own it though. So that's like the main reason it's not happening. And then there's Lion Witch in the Wardrobe, which like I enjoyed as a child. I remember having that read to me in school and like that was really fun. So I love that. Oh, a rare one when only one book was mentioned. Okay, this is also from Instagram. They said The Conqueror by Brenda Joyce. I don't think I've read anything by Brenda Joyce. Like, I know she's written a lot of like historical romances. So I should try to read something by Brenda Joyce, but I just haven't done it yet. But very cool. So now I have a way to go. Witches Abroad by Terry Pratchett. It's also from Instagram. I know Terry Pratchett is like old school. Like he's like an OG fantasy writer. So like it makes me, I don't know, he did write a book with Neil Gaiman, so I feel like that's like a little feather in his cap. Like I'm like, okay, like maybe I can fuck with Terry Pratchett. Let's see. So these are from YouTube, a whole bunch of them. So this is from Madison. Battle Royale by Lucy Parker. Thank you. You actually gave me a little brief synopsis of that. I love that. So Battle Royale by Lucy Parker. It's a rom-com, great British baking show spinoff, competing bakeries, enemies to lovers, royal wedding, and they're going to create cocktails and stuff. So I was like, I love that. Thank you for giving me a breakdown. I appreciate that. More from YouTube. This was from Sela. The Raven Prince by Elizabeth Hoyt. The Dead Tracks by Tim Weaver. The Secret by Julie Garwood. Dearest Rogue by Elizabeth Hoyt. A Hellion in Her Bed by Sabrina Jeffries. Dracula by Bram Stoker. And Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Okay, so I've read a couple of these. Like I have done both Dracula and Pride and Prejudice for Drunk Classics. Loved Pride and Prejudice, surprisingly. I didn't know if I was gonna like it, and like I was obsessed with it. I love that book now. Dracula, I was like so bored. I'm like, why won't it end? Why won't it end? Like that's how I felt the whole time. I own a copy, I think, of Hellion in Her Bed by Sabrina Jeffries, but I haven't read it yet. So like that's like a good, all kinds of different books in that one. I loved it. Oh, I think that's it. I think those are all the comments I got. If there were some and I missed them, I'm sorry. But like there's been a lot of comments in just live as well. So we've been working it out. Whew. All right, let's go back for a second. Yeah. Exactly. Like I can clean my kitchen counter, like rereading. I have to do multiple things at once or I can't function. Hence, like now I watch ghost shows while I work and I get like so much more work done. Mm. Yes. Right here. All of this bottom half of this shelf with my drag queen pops, that's all Dark Hunters, pretty much. It's a huge series. It's so long. It's by Sherilyn Kenyon. It's kind of like Greek mythology, but also vampires. It's fun. And there's like werewolves and witches and all kinds of stuff. It's very, I don't know, pan paranormal romance. It's just like all of the paranormal things in one. So I had a good time with that series. Mm-hmm. Needs to be a series of standalones or I'm dead meat with following it. Like there's a lot of series that are fairly episodic. A lot of the long series in general are episodic. Like you could just pick one up randomly in it and it's a self-contained story. There might be overarching plot lines to like an overarching plot for the whole series or for like a group of books in the series, but in general I feel like each book is its own story. For like a lot of series. There are some series that are very much like, no, you have to have read the book before it. Like the Kate Daniels series, for example. That's all very chronological. So it behooves you to read it in order. If it's like a lot of paranormal romance series, like even Dark Hunters or like over here, Cresley Cole's series, every book is a new couple. So it's like, you could probably just like pick up any book and it's okay. So it depends on the series. Yes, I have some. Hold on. Right there. Those are some from the Lara Adrian Midnight Breed series. They're right here front and center. There's no one ever talks about them either. But yeah, I got them right here. I've read more than I own. I only own a few of the books. Like I've read them like ebooks and stuff. But yeah, that one's good. They're like vampires who are also aliens. And then there's like Atlantis later. There's a lot going on. But it's fun. Yes, I'm not finished with it. I think I read like the first 7 or 8 books in the Chicagoland Vampire series, and then like I got sidetracked and I never finished it. But I did enjoy it. I think it's pretty fun. It's not necessarily like too spicy, but it's a cool series. Obviously, vampires. It's in the title. Yes, our Sharon is from the Dark Hunters series. He's kind of like the leader of the Dark Hunters. Okay, thank you. I mean, you meant business with this comment. All caps. Okay, love that. Don't apologize. Love Terry Pratchett. I have to try something from him or them. I don't know his pronoun, so I'm just gonna say they. But yes, I have to try something from them. It's really good. Okay, really light and funny, progressive. Okay, y'all are selling me on Terry Pratchett. I love that. It has twinkles. I love that. Okay, guys, Terry Pratchett. What was the name of it? The Witches. Terry. I don't know. What was it called again? Let's see what comes up when I search it. If you guys know what it is, put it in the comments. Oh, Discworld. That's Terry Pratchett. Okay. Discworld. Okay. Now I'm back on track. Okay. Very cool. I need to try the Discworld series because I hear about it a lot and I know a lot of people really love it. So maybe that'll get pushed up my TBR, my never-ending TBR. Nanny Og checked for a man under her bed. Well, you never knew your luck. Love it. I love that for her. There's no audiobooks. That's always like almost a deal breaker for me. Like we have Blazing Bodies Rippers book club this month. It's going to be on Mara's channel. That's Books Like Whoa. And like I started the book club. Like let's be real, I named it. I started it. I was like, guys, don't pick books without audiobooks. And they picked a book without an audiobook and I'm like dreading it because I'm like I can't like sit down and read. It's impossible. So I got it as an ebook because then at least I could walk around and like try to read it. I'm gonna try my best with that one. I'm just like, oh god, it's gonna be so hard to do. Okay. Guard, Terry Pratchett. Start with the word sisters. Okay. Witches Abroad. That was what it was. Okay, so that's like part of 2 series, it says. It's like part of Discworld and a witches series. Okay, there's a lot of witches going on here. Guards. Redoing the audiobook soon. Oh, Patrick Stewart! Shut up! I love that! Okay. I'm just like so excited. Oh, there you go. Oh, congrats. I'm happy for you. I try my best because I realize like we live in such like a binary world that it's very easy to use gendered pronouns, and I'm trying to like break the habit of just assuming gender on people. So I've been trying to use they them pronouns universally because it's neutral. But unless I'm like for sure know their pronouns, I try to stick to them just because it's very easy to fall into gendered speech, and I'm trying to break the habit. I don't always succeed, but I try my best. And they're gonna be Patrick Stewart. I'm very excited. I'm aware, but like I don't know if Alexa will read it well, or if it's just gonna be like da 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 da, like like the weird like AI, like where they have no syntax, it's just words. So like I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll try to have. Well, I don't know. I have Siri. Does Siri read to me? Like I don't have a Kindle. I only have my phone. I have a Kindle app. Maybe Siri will read to me. I'm not sure though. Yay! Everyone give some congrats to Damien. I love that. Yay! This is a safe spot. Everyone's allowed, no judgment. Be whoever you want to be. Yeah, it's just gonna be so monster smut. It is. It's full on monster smut. I'm just like not into fluids that much, and I'm like, there's just gonna be like buckets of it. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it. Mini series within the Discworld. What? Okay, so Terry Pratchett is like a whole thing. Okay, I have to like try with Terry Pratchett. Indira Varma and Peter Serafinowicz says Deb. Okay. Nice. Oh, Bill, you know what? Not disappointed. Bill Nighy's also a great pick. But I'm like, Patrick Stewart! Like, Patrick Stewart is so dope. Like, I don't know if you follow him like on Instagram and stuff, but like he'll post pictures of him like in the pool, and like homeboy still got abs. Like Patrick Stewart could get it. Like, is it just me? Like, I'm kind of like, what's up, Patrick Stewart? Okay, so there's just a lot going on in Discworld. Okay, if that happens, I'd be very excited. I'm excited for anything with Patrick Stewart. Okay, good to know. I will try that out. Thank you for letting me know. Colin Morgan from Merlin is narrating the Wizard books. Andy Serkis has narrated one of the standalones. They got like names doing these books. Okay. Like I'm sure, I guess. I don't know. They're just gonna be buckets of fluids. That's like my main issue with it. I haven't read it yet. I'm gonna try my best though. Yes, Patrick Stewart's the best, and he's very sweet. He like has so many charitable like organizations he handles that are like specifically for women and children fleeing abusive relationships, because that's the home he grew up in. So like, and he's like cool with animals. Like stan Patrick Stewart. Like, he can get it. He's a great guy. I don't even know what's gonna happen with that. I'm like, cafe? What? Okay, fair. Yes. He can still get it. Yes, he still has abs. I was like, "What? All right." Yay. Okay, thank you guys. So, like, to recap, since we've gone over an hour, we went down a cozy mystery rabbit hole, that was fun. Terry Pratchett rabbit hole as well, went down there. Now we're kind of getting into, like, Patrick Stewart being able to get it. Yes, and he has this bestie, and I love them hanging out. Okay. I love it. Okay, okay. So I need to read Terry Pratchett, basically, is what I've learned from this. And, yeah. I know, because they could convincingly play friends and enemies at the same time. I love them. Anyway, we're not gonna go down a full Patrick Stewart rabbit hole because that's gonna be, like, a whole other video. Maybe that'll be a live show. Like, unusual celebrities or unusual, like, characters who could get it. That would be, like, a fun topic. I'm into that. I'm gonna write that down so I remember. Okay. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna start wrapping up. I have some other things I need to do today. Some things. I am going to a book sale after this. I'm very excited about it. But yeah, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. I loved hearing about all your favorite books. I loved, like, finding out new books that I didn't know about. So this was, like, way cool. I had so much fun. Oh, yeah, he did the audiobooks too? All right. Maybe. Characters who could get it readathon. There you go. There you go. Fair. Yeah. Like, there's, like, a whole topic there. We need to workshop it a bit, but, like, the basis is unusual people or characters who could get it. Okay, so I think I have my topics planned for next month. Adaptations that are better than the book, and then who can get it. So here you go, everybody. Come hang out next month. There you go. Oh, just for Patrick Stewart. The Patrick Stewart readathon. Love. I think you might have invented something just now. All right, guys. I have to get going because I have some stuff to do today and I'm walking really slow. I don't know if I told everybody about this, but you want to see, like, a fun thing in my life? I have a walking boot. Because you guys remember, like, a couple months ago, I sprained my ankle. It never got better. And I finally went to the doctor and they're like, "Oh yeah, you broke your ankle. You've just been walking around on a broken ankle for 2 months." And I was like, "What?" So no, yeah, I didn't hurt myself again. It's the same injury. Just apparently I had broke my ankle and I did not know. So hence I have a walking cast now. It takes me a while to get to doing things. Yep, apparently I didn't sprain it, I broke it. So that's, like, a new fun experience for me. Yeah, I was just like, "Well, it's not getting better. Like, why isn't my ankle getting better?" And I was, like, upset about it. Finally went to the doctor and they're like, "Yeah, like, there's a piece of bone, like, just in there. You broke your ankle." And I was like, "What?" Anyway, so, yeah, I got some stuff I gotta get doing and I have to hobble. So I'm gonna head out. I'll be back on Monday with reading sprints, and Wednesday will be a new video, and Saturday is gonna be a Drunk Classics episode. That's the plan. So I think this coming Saturday will be Drunk Classics Midsummer Night's Dream. That's the plan. It's gonna be good. But yeah, thanks for coming in and hanging out with me. This was super fun. Oh wait, what's next weekend? I think Midsummer's next weekend. Yeah, so there'll be a Drunk Classics episode. Yep, I'm really bad. I'm really bad at doing that. Yeah. So anyway, I felt like less of a wuss that I was still in pain like 2.5 months later. So it was just broken. I was walking around a broken ankle. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for coming and hanging out. I'll be back on Monday for reading sprints, 5 p.m. Pacific time, and then Wednesday and Saturday will be videos. All right. I will see you guys just in a couple days. Thank you for hanging out, and I will see you soon. All right. Bye, everybody.